What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Realignment Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. We got a good one in store as we are getting ready to go ahead and wrap up the regular season. Hopefully we can finish 2-0 in this episode, and then also take a look at some recruiting. You'll see if any custom guys end up signing on the dotted line, as well as general recruiting rankings. In this episode, man, gonna be wrapping up with a doubleheader. We're starting off with Rice here, who is in our conference, and they are trying to go ahead and get to themselves to bowl eligibility. They're sitting at 5-6 right now. They have a 3-4 conference record. We're 8-2, 4-2 conference record, and Lee Corso is going to be rocking with us, but we haven't been playing that great as of late. We did lose 2 of our last 3 games, did look better against Houston, but still having quite a few turnovers that I'm not really a huge fan of. But hopefully we come out here, we take care of business, and then we can start playing ourselves back into the college football playoff. But either way, should be a good episode, man. I hope you guys are really excited for it. If you are, man, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button, and then also hit that subscribe button if you do have to be brand new. It would help a brother out tremendously. And with that, man, I'll see you guys on the field. Let's see if we can start this episode on a high note and take care of business against the Rice Owls. Let's get it, boys. Alright, boys, so we are now out here, man, hosting these Rice Owls, man. Not the greatest football team in the world, as we'll get ourselves going here. Nice throw to the outside, getting it out to Drew Ryan, who does pick up a good chunk of yardage. We'll get a gain of 20 plus there to start this game, as we got another 1st and 10. Gonna throw over the middle to Lonnie Covington, and Lavin Covington also going to go ahead and pick up that 1st down. So we're looking pretty good to start this drive out. You know, already got a couple of 1st downs under our belt. Getting not necessarily a methodical drive. I wouldn't call this methodical just yet, but we're looking really good to start this game. And it would be really great if we could end this drive on a touchdown. As we'll go with the 4 verts till it hurts, as all the receivers were actually covered downfield. But thankfully, Antoine DeAngelis, he's simply built different in terms of that elite athleticism that he has. Plus, of course, he can throw that football into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And we'll strike first in this game. We'll take an early 7-0 lead to start things out here. You absolutely love to see it. As now, another 1st and 10 coming up. Rice does not score on their following possession. So now we'll try to see if we can go 2 touchdowns in a row, as Andrew Hargrove, he is actually going to go ahead and break himself a tackle. As now, a couple plays later here, 3rd and 10. Trying to move the sticks after that initial success on the drive. DeAngelis dropping back, going to have to toss it over the middle to Andrew Hargrove, but it is unfortunately nowhere close to that 1st down marker. So the Rice Owls do go ahead and force us to punt the football away, but they can't get anything going on that next drive of theirs either. So we still hold on to the lead, as we still got this 1st and 10. Gonna toss it out to the outside, get it out to Drew Ryan there, and that's good for the 1st down. As it takes us to 3rd and 10 a few plays later, trying to pick up the 1st. They don't have a lot of men in the box. We'll see if we can take advantage, but unfortunately, halfback draw wasn't the most ideal call there, unfortunately. But thankfully, this head coach is going to allow us to go for it here on 4th down. Only need 6 yards, as we got the matchup that we're looking for. And not only is that a 1st down, and it's almost a touchdown. Thought we were going to be able to punch that thing in there. Gonna have to settle for being inside the 5-yard line though, so can't really complain about it, as we will end up getting points on the board anyways. And we will extend our lead against this Rice squad, taking a 14-0 lead before we get into the end of the 1st quarter. is now jumping into the second quarter now, going with the bunch to the right. D'Angelo's looking to try to get rid of his football, but it's actually going to be considered a fumble, and just a little bit unfortunate, just held on to that football a little bit too long, and Rice will take advantage of the turnover. So now it's a 14-7 game, is now D'Angelo's looking over the middle. Andrew Hargrove able to take the screen out for a good chunk of yards. Had some nice blocking to go with it as well, as we got a 14-7 lead. Is now going with the read option here. D'Angelo's, he's a dangerous man. He's got that elite speed, and I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch him, but that man is going to be gone. Touchdown, Oklahoma, and we'll extend our lead back to multiple possessions, as we will now go ahead and make this thing 21-7 as we continue through the meat of the second quarter. Rice can't put points on the board, and already sitting at about midfield as we look to get another first down. 2nd and inches, this time throwing over the middle to Greg Coleman, and Greg Coleman will do some great work there, setting us up with a red zone opportunity. We're going to finish the drive strong as D'Angelo's looks over the middle, and that's a nice one-handed grab by Drew Ryan, and that is going to be a first down, and it also sets up a goal line situation. 4 wide set on the next play, looking for the end zone. D'Angelo's found some space on the outside, and it's going to be a walk-in touchdown. A convincing performance so far for the guys, as we're trying to get some style points here, man. Number 15 in the country at the moment. Got to get into that top 8 if we want to make it into the college football playoff, and this will help us out. If we can finish this game strong, it will definitely help us get back into the picture, as we are kind of a fringe contender to get into the college football playoff, as Drew Ryan gets another huge grab, and it goes for yet another touchdown. It's turning into a bloodbath here at home, as we now seize a 35 to, I guess, now 10 lead, as Rice did end up tacking on a field goal before we do go into the halftime locker room. Gonna throw it over the middle. We had another guy open. I saw be open like as I was editing. Pressure will do that to you sometimes. Sometimes you won't make the very best decisions that one could possibly make, but still picking up first downs, still coming out and picking up good yardage as well, as we go on 2nd and 3. D'Angelo's looking towards the end zone, and he gets it with Lonnie Covington. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And this Antoine D'Angelo's looking to go to work. That is the 4th touchdown pass of the day, as Rice is just having a really hard time keeping up at all. It's already a blowout. I'm just trying to see how big we can get this lead before we go ahead and put the backups in for the final quarter or so, because we do have 3rd and long. Is now D'Angelo's looking downfield. He's got some space to work with. Cool, very clean pocket that our offensive line is providing, by the way, and Lonnie Covington able to make the catch as part of that. But we still have another 3rd and long, as D'Angelo's looking downfield, needs another huge throw, and we get it to Lonnie Covington again. Yet another first down, and it sets up 1st and 10. Got a clean set of sticks to work with, as we were just getting very tiny holes in, and we're able to get through them and possibly getting ourselves close to a 50 burger, as that will set us closer to achieving just that, as the backup tight end Scott Fisher is going to find the end zone off of the out route to the right hand side. Scott Evans gonna help solidify what was a really big win for our program we win really convincingly in this one, winning by a final score of 68-17. Now, this right here is something that I've been waiting on all year long, it seems like, playing to our full potential, and we definitely got that here. Not only putting up a 50 burger, but doing a 60 burger in the process, man. 68 points total in this one, 1 point short of that magic number. And you know it's a good day when even the third string quarterback gets involved. Eric Keys, the true freshman out of Gibson, Arkansas, getting his first action of his career. He threw one pass in this one and threw it for 12 yards, so he did complete it, which is a good sign for him. But Antoine DeAngelis, he was special in this game. 34 for 45, 413 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions to go with it as well. Same thing with Kevin Carpenter, man. 7 for 12, 80 yards, and a touchdown score himself in this one. Very good day for our passers. Not only was it a good day for our passers, but we had a good job running the football as well. Willie Lewis looked pretty good running it with 15 carries and 84 yards. But Antoine DeAngelis, with only 6 carries, ends up netting 89 yards and a couple of touchdowns. He did fumble the football, and that did end up being in the hands of Rice. But he did have a long run of 74 yards. It's our longest run of the season. As for the receivers, a lot of different receivers touching the football here today, but 2 in particular that did end up with over 100 yards receiving. Andrew Hargrove ends up with 8 catches, 109 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Drew Ryan also getting a touchdown as well. He ends up with 8 catches and 119 yards. But a lot of different guys also getting to the end zone. We saw Lonnie Covington get into the end zone. He had 5 for 90. Marcus Hayden got an end zone score as well, I believe off of a halfback screen, if I remember correctly, possibly, or he did it after the fact. And then Scott Evans did end up getting to the end zone too. 3 catches, 35 yards. I believe it's the last touchdown that we had before we got the backups up in there. So there must have been quite a few upsets around the NCAA, because we're now up to number 9. We're right back in that conversation of getting into the college football playoff. There is one more regular season game that we do have, of course. We have Tulsa on the road, and Tulsa's a little bit down bad. Only 3-8 overall, 2-5 in the conference. And this is a team that's not very talented, but I mean, we have been upset before by teams that aren't ranked in the top 25. So we still have to go ahead, take them seriously, make sure we continue to go ahead and take care of business. They beat Texas A&M when we couldn't do the same thing, right? So we got that to worry about, but let's see if we can go ahead, get ourselves to double digits in terms of wins, and I'll see you guys on the field, ready to go ahead and try to do just that. Let's get it. Alright, boys, so a little bit quiet here for the senior day of Tulsa. Not a lot of people in the stands, but let's see if, for those that are at the game right now, if we can just kind of go ahead here and send them home quietly and not so happy, to say the least, as you know, we got some things to accomplish. We get ourselves back to number 9, so that's good. Gotta win this game, though. If we lose to Tulsa, you can kiss those college football playoff hopes goodbye, no matter what else happens for the rest of the regular season. But kind of struggling a little bit early, though, as we're halfway through the first quarter, and we still haven't scored yet. This Tulsa team, they're definitely playing with a little bit of pride, as they are trying to make sure that their head coach doesn't get fired. Usually when you have a disappointing season like a 3-8 or whatnot, usually doesn't help with the job security. So they're trying to show those boosters that, they made the right decision with their coach. And I'm trying to make sure Tulsa's guys gets fired. I'm just trying to be real with y'all. As look at this play by DeAngelis. Look at that, man. DeAngelis able to find a way to pick up the first down. The crazy thing was, that defensive lineman had contained. It was in a good contained spot, and still found a way to get around him anyways and pick up those yards. Also picks up a touchdown on the very next play as well. You love to see it unless you're a Tulsa fan. Otherwise, I don't know what to tell you, boss. It is what it is. We got 3rd and short coming up here. Going to try to pick up the first down on the ground, and we'll get it up with Willie Lewis, who doesn't get that much space to work with, but it is just barely enough to pick up the first down. As we got 1st and 10 coming, gonna go ahead, throw it over the right-hand side, get it out to Andrew Hargrove, and Hargrove will go ahead and get his very first catch of the day. Is now 1st and 10 with a 4-wide set. DeAngelo's looking over the middle and finds Lonnie Covington in tight space and still picking up the first down. As we got 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs to work with. How about some more first downs? Just getting first downs all over the place so far. As now 1st and 10, DeAngelo's working under center real quick. Got somebody open downfield. Gonna lob this thing, and beautiful ball placement there to get it out to Justin McDonald. That would not have been completed with a regular, bullet pass. And not only that, it also is going to lead to yet another touchdown as well. The second rushing touchdown of the day for Antoine DeAngelis. And it's a 14-0 lead here early. As it looks like the Golden Hurricanes plan on sending the blitz, but turns out they don't really do that. They actually managed to get 7 guys in coverage. Still managed to find that soft spot in the defense anyways. As we got 3rd and long now, DeAngelis looking over the right-hand side and gets blown up like a Christmas tree. That will not be a first down, and our drive actually does end up stalling out there a little bit. Is now next drive, we got DeAngelis facing the blitz, but Tulsa cannot get to him. The athleticism that DeAngelis have is completely unmatched. I have never seen a quarterback with this much athleticism before. He is certainly a unicorn, and he's not like he's a weak passer too. He is a more than capable passer, obviously. As it sets up 3rd and 6. As DeAngelis is going to look to the right-hand side probably. He likes the out route, and he's going to take it. Andrew Hargrove with yet another first down there. As it leads to 2nd and short. DeAngelis looking over the middle, gets it out to Lonnie Covington. And Covington with a gain of 6 on that one. As we'll go with the goal line set. Gonna hand it off over the middle as Marcus Hayden is actually gonna get himself into the game there. As that will go ahead and make this lead even bigger. 21-0. And looking like a huge advantage for us here. We got less than 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. As DeAngelis starting the next drive out, gonna get it out to Drew Ryan. Ryan picking up the first down there. It's a gain of 10, and also getting out of bounds a little bit there as well. Should be able to save at least a tad bit of time off the clock as Louis Lewis trying to make guys miss there. It's yet another first down. As a couple plays later, going with the play action boot screen. Usually this doesn't work to our advantage, but this time, absolute perfection. Makes one man miss, one left to beat, but he's going to be pushed out of bounds there. And now a chance in the red zone. Looking to capitalize. 3rd and 6. Looking over the middle. Finds the tight end, Scott Evans. That is our backup tight end. That's kind of lining up in that slot wide receiver spot. And it's another first down for us. Final minute of the first half. And we're just going to tack on to that score just a little bit more now. As that makes it 28-0 here. Doing exactly what we're capable of. This is the full potential of our squad right here, and it's showing in full force. As we're going to see if we can build off of this here in the second half. We had a great first half, but I'm trying to finish strong here for the regular season. DeAngelis looking to the right-hand side, gets it to Drew Ryan. That's another gain of 12. That's going to give us the first down there. As we got 2nd and 10 here as well. DeAngelis looking downfield. He's got a little bit of pressure to work with, but doing a masterful job working yourself in the pocket. And Lonnie Covington taking care of the rest as well. Touchdown Sooners. And Oklahoma with a massive lead right now, 35-3. And those 3 points came in on the previous possession. They finally doing their job and getting themselves off on the scoreboard finally. Probably is going to be a little bit of too little too late though, as they're looking to master yet another drive downfield. Looking over the middle, we find Lonnie Covington, who picks up another monumental gain, 35 yards. And it's another red zone shot. DeAngelis over the middle, gets it out to Scott Evans. And Scott Evans does pick up that first down as well. And we are in a goal line situation here. DeAngelis sitting on the 1 yard line, fakes the handoff, gonna try to run it in himself, and does manage to run it in for yet another touchdown on the board. And it was just barbecue chicken, man. Huge win for us and a great way to end the regular season. So a game in which we got the backups in once again. We definitely finished off that regular season pretty strong as we take care of business against Tulsa. And Antoine DeAngelis looked pretty good. 460 yards passing. Did have a touchdown, 1 interception, but that was on a Hail Mary to end the first half. So to me, it doesn't even count. Kevin Carpenter did also get some serious playing time in the fourth quarter. 6 for 13, 53 yards. He looked okay. For the running game, though, Antoine DeAngelis was a threat, particularly in the red zone. 10 carries for 24 yards, but 4 rushing touchdowns in this one. He saw plenty of action in the end zone, as did Marcus Hayden, who did get a rushing touchdown of his own with 8 carries and 33 yards. But the leading rusher of the day, though, was Willie Lewis, who ends up with 12 carries, 52 yards, but no touchdowns to show for it. As for the receivers, of course, huge receiving days. We had plenty of passing yards to go around. Lonnie Covington was the only guy to catch a passing touchdown today. He ends up with 9 catches, 144 yards, and a touchdown. Drew Ryan was almost there with that 100-yard day, but was just 15 yards shy. Scott Evans, though, the junior tight end, not shy of 100 yards at all. He ends up with 7 catches and 109 yards. And for a backup tight end, he was really good. Actually outshined Justin McDonald, who actually is the starter in this game. So now the only other question that needs to be resolved is, who are we going to face in the conference championship game? It does barrel down to 2 teams, TCU and Oklahoma State, who are both fighting for that opportunity, not only to play for a conference championship, but they are also deep in the college football playoff hunt, both in the top 8. So if the season did end today, we could be looking at, these 2 teams both making the playoffs, right? But that's not the case, and one team has to lose, as the TCU defense is looking to come out here and make some things happen. How about Coach Gunner making some things happen here early? He certainly got that defense absolutely ready to go, as now we go ahead and got ourselves a 7-0 lead in favor of TCU. We'll see if the defense can continue to keep that up, as the Cowboys, they will get their fair share of pretty good plays downfield as well, able to march the ball downfield. And then towards the end of the first quarter, we'll see Oklahoma State start to strike back themselves, and Eric Berry will end up tying things up here at home. This is also their senior day, and a very key senior day, if that. As now we get cut into the second quarter. TCU, their offense did make sure that they got some work done, but it looks like the Cowboys are starting to find some holes in that rushing defense, as they're starting to gash them up a little bit. They are bending, but they are not breaking, as they haven't given up a single touchdown since the first quarter. As we get into the last 30 seconds here of the first half, Barry gonna fake the handoff. He's looking downfield, plenty of time, and finds his tight end, Nick Hopkins, who comes down with an incredible grab. but they don't get any points off of that. And the offense starts to click. So 24-13 lead before Kyle Robinson does find the end zone for the Cowboys. It's the first passing touchdown of the day for the Oklahoma State quarterback, as I'll make it 24-20. But TCU pulling away here. 2-possession game, looking to close things out. Option. It's a speed one to the right-hand side. One man left to beat, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. That saves some time off the clock, but they can't capitalize off that huge run. And TCU, they are going to be the team that we will face in the conference championship game thanks to this win on the road. So as we get ourselves closer to the end of the regular season and we're done with recruiting, at least till we get into the offseason, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the recruiting rankings real quick as of right now. At this moment, we have Oklahoma, who is, ranked number 3. Maurice Royal, trying to help what little he can. I do not allow coordinators to do the recruiting. If I am a coordinator, then that stuff is automated. But a pretty good class put together for Oklahoma, even though it's just 10 guys. Half of them are 5-star players. As for UCF, they're also able to put together a really strong recruiting class right now. The Golden Knights, actually, with a top 10 recruiting class at the moment, able to sign 7 4-stars and 3 4-star guys. Very talented football players, a lot of athletes in this recruiting class that's going to really help them solidify themselves as a future blue blood, given that they are located in the state of Florida. As for TCU, they are well in the hunt for that college football playoff spot to return once again. And they also have the number 22 recruiting class at the moment. They come in, they got a 5-star to work with, several 4-star guys. Very quality class that's being put together down in Fort Worth, Texas, as they look to make their second consecutive trip to the college football playoff. However, in last place here in terms of recruiting rankings right now, we got Chris Gentry and his Mid-Tennessee State Blue Raiders. He's been doing some great stuff on the field. They actually are 7-5 right now, and that is good enough to probably get them their first bowl berth in the last 7 seasons. So Gentry doing great stuff on the field, but still having a hard time convincing people to come to Mid-Tennessee State. Only 6 recruits signing on the dotted line for the Blue Raiders. They have 4 3-stars, a 2-star, and a 1-star player. On top of that, we do also see a few guys end up going ahead and signing on the dotted line. Dakota's Everett, he does make his college decision, and after a recruiting battle between Penn State, Virginia Tech, and Navy, the 4-star quarterback is going to play for the Nittany Lions. Now, Dash Randolph does have a brother in Cash Randolph, Dash and Cash, baby, but they're not going to go to the same school, though. Matter of fact, Cam Randolph, he is actually leaving the state of Georgia entirely to go play for the North Carolina Tar Heels. This is the only scholarship offer that he did have at the FBS level. As for 3-star tailback A.J. Mullis, he will actually remain in the state of North Carolina, choosing to go for that education. The 3-star from Charlotte, North Carolina, is going to be playing for the Duke Blue Devils, their football program. And finally, the 2-star in Caleb Thaddeus Jr., representing the Village, Oklahoma. He hasn't officially signed yet. He's a 92% lock, but Tulsa has a very substantial lead, so it looks like he will be suiting up for the Golden Hurricanes for his collegiate career. So because we did end up finishing strong in the regular season, we do qualify for the conference championship game, and look who we get to go up against. The number 2 ranked TCU Horned Frogs. We played them in the regular season on the road, and we'll have to do the same thing. Next episode, we're going to play for a college football playoff spot. Winner will be guaranteed to get in. We have to take care of business. Otherwise, our chance for a national championship is going to go away. And that's something that I did not want to do when coming on for this Oklahoma program. So guys, I'm going to leave that conference championship for the next episode. I hope you guys are excited for it. If you are, go ahead and smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you have to be brand new to the channel as well. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.